Hello, everyone. This is Jonathon Moline, and welcome back to another Jonathon Moline's interview. And today's guest, we are now interviewing Mizuki.
Hello.
So, Mizuki, we brought you onto the show for you to talk about what got you started and what on YouTube, what your talents are, and pretty much everything else.
Yep.
So, Mizuki, let's get down to the business. What start you in your voice acting slash YouTube career in general? Because you do a lot.
My YouTube channel, it's not really mainly voice acting. It's just mostly animating with Miku Miku Dance. I just kind of do voice acting on the side.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it's kind of like actually probably the second thing, because otherwise I was gonna say drawing would be my second thing, but I don't really do much drawing on my YouTube channel. I only made one drawing video and that was it. With my lousy camera that my parents gave me on my 16th birthday. It sucked. It has like a little knob thing that is very sensitive. If you like try to delete one video, you might accidentally delete everything off your SD card. It sucked.
Oh, trust me, I've been there before with annoying technology, and it just doesn't go according to
Yeah, I
plan.
don't know who. Yeah, I know. I don't know who designed that camera, but I'm glad I don't use it anymore. We have smartphones now, which I'm happy.
We have smartphones, not the
Yes,
flip,
smartphones.
not like the flip flop phones. We have smartphones.
I doubt any of the younger viewers know what a flip phone is.
They
Probably
won't.
not.
They won't.
They would not.
They were.
They would not.
Weren't they invented like in 2005 or something?
I think a little earlier than that, weren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a kid. We were probably both kids back then.
Yeah. I think they came out early 2000s or something like that.
Yeah. So back in our day, we didn't have
Back
smartphones.
You're always trying to do a Granny Smith impression.
I was just trying to do a plain grandma impression.
Back in
I
my.
I always would do that with my coworkers. Whenever I like talk about something back in my day, you always use that voice, and they would just
That's ridiculous. Oh,
oh
man.
yeah, it just makes me feel old. Doesn't it make you feel old whenever you like see something that you used to like see or play with as a kid, and you like try to talk about it with somebody who's like a decade older than you that you work with, and they
Yeah.
just look at you like, huh?
You're like, uh-huh. And then when I remember when I turned 30 last year, everyone was like, I was like, God, I feel old. And then person older than me is like, what you talking about? You're still a young pup. I remember
Yeah,
I remember when I was 30. I'm
yeah, I know. That's what I keep telling my parents and my other family members that I'm getting old. Like, no, you're not. You're young. Like, I'm getting old.
turning 31 next month.
I just turned 27 last month.
Oh man. Well, you're not that old.
Yeah, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Slowly, I'm getting there.
Actually, come to think of it, to me it doesn't bother me more. It's just another number.
It's just a number, yeah.
Yeah. As long as you live a good life and keep yourself healthy and everything like that, you could live for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. And considering I'm related to my grandmother, who's going to be 99 next month, I think I should be pretty good for the next
Wow.
couple decades.
Yeah, someone lived. My great aunt lived till she was 101,
Oh, wow.
and she died
Nice.
when she passed. She looked like an 80-year-old. She had no gray or nothing in her hair.
Oh, yeah, my grandmother, she looks definitely young for her. She doesn't look like she's going to be turning 100 in a couple years. She looks like she's, like in her mid 80s.
Hey, good aging genes, good.
Yeah, I get that from both sides of the family. I even use that to my advantage on those those guess your age, birthday, and weight
Mhm.
games. I always pick my age because they always get it wrong, and I get a prize at the end. I think one time somebody thought when I was like 19 or 20 at amusement park, and went up to do one of those things. Somebody thought I was 14 or something.
Wow.
Oh, when my mom did it one time when she was engaged to my dad, somebody thought she was 12,
Really?
and yes, yes, they did, and she purposely took off her engagement ring too, so she can.
Wow.
Yeah,
That must have been embarrassing.
yeah, yeah, but it was still funny.
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny.
Yes, it is.
So,
But
what got you into animating?
animating, I guess I guess when I started, when I wanted to make my own YouTube channel, but I didn't really know what to do. Originally on my YouTube channel, I just made like these lyric or like slideshow videos of like different anime songs with pictures of anime that I found on Google. But I kind of got in trouble with copyright issues with that, so I had to do something else.
Uh,
So I didn't really know much about like the rules of YouTube or whatnot back then. I was very new to the internet when I was 15. mean, yeah, we finally were able to get high speed internet by the time I was 15. Before that, we had dial up.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, and it got me grounded one time too. Like my mom wanted me to be home at a certain time. I tried to call her to ask her to pick me up at a friend's house because my foot had a big blister on it, which made it for me harder for me to walk. So and pretty much, and she wouldn't get off the computer, so I can call her to ask her to pick me up. So it wasn't really my fault; it was her fault because she wouldn't get off the com- dang computer. So yeah, that was a fun time I had. I being grounded for something that wasn't my fault.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, at least today we don't have to worry about dial up. We all have pretty good internet so far, unless dial up still exists. Does it still exist?
I have no idea. I never even heard of dial-up.
You never heard of dial up? There
No,
were a few years
I got internet in the '90s, like
like high speed internet.
regular internet. Yeah.
Ah, oh, then you don't have to. Then you don't understand my pain and what it has like it's
Actually,
like to have dial up.
actually understand your pain because playing games on that type of internet back then sucked.
Yeah, it was slow with a capital S, big time, and you can only get on it if somebody's not using the phone.
Yeah.
Huh, yeah, and I know I try to like we try to like load a YouTube video on there one time when YouTube first came out, and it took about like I think an 30 minutes to an hour for it to load fully. I know.
I
That's
first.
how bad dial up is. That's
Wow.
how bad dial up is, kids. So don't take internet for granted.
Yeah, like we got internet in Windows 98. That's when we first got internet. When
Yeah,
I
I don't know when we first got internet. I think I was 10. I think that's when we got dial up. I'm not sure.
I was 8. 8.
Yeah, yeah. But I did remember playing computer games on my on our computer a lot, even though they don't sometimes always work.
People are gonna watch this. They're like, "Who are these old farts talking about dial-up and slow internet? And what are those games?"
Well, just like don't mind us old people. We're just having a good talk about the good old days and whatnot.
if it if it weren't for us millenniums, you guys wouldn't have this fancy stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So back to your question. Okay, I guess what got me into MMD was
Hmm.
when I first got into Vocaloids. Well, I did get introduced to Vocaloids when I was 13, but I got reintroduced to them when I was 15 from watching a few videos on the guy on somebody's profile picture on, or not picture or profile on Guy Online. She had some Vocaloid songs, and I clicked on one of them, and it got me instantly. hooked on it, and I kept listening and listening, and then eventually I came across a Miku dance animation that I thought it was really cute, and I just tried to. Then I figured, you know what, I want to do something like that. So I did some research. It was free. Where can I download it? And that's when got had my results, and that's when I got the program and started doing my own kind of well, not animations, but animation called motions, where you share your animations with other people to use. Because that's what's cool about the MMD community, is that you can share your
Oh,
animations with
nice.
other people that they can use for like different models and all that, and so oh yeah, I've been pretty much doing that for I think like 5 or 6 months. And
Five
here,
or
let's
six
see.
months? That's a long time.
Um, yeah, let's no, I'm trying to let's see. No wait, I didn't make my first PV until like 5 months after. So yeah, pretty much around 5 months. That's when I first did like a little animation short, and that's also when I made my first like little music video, like full length, like 4 or 5 minute hit. I think it was like a little over 4 minute video on it, and if you guys like watch my Daughter of Evil animation, you could tell it was done by a noob back then. Yeah, because usually when people first start using MMD, it's kind of like all robotic and
Hmm.
kind of choppy. So
Yeah, because I've seen some of your work. You're not bad. You're pretty good.
yeah, yeah, I've done a lot of practice. I tried my best to find out like new ways to animate and all that, and I pretty much got it down. And think yeah, later on in 2015, I met Tristan Visions, who also who's Miku Miku Dance, and he goes to or went to animation school and kind of taught me a few things that he learned, especially with the program that I didn't know. Like how to make the animations like seem a little smoother with their movements. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And I enjoyed it. I love making animations on that program. But I would like to maybe work like try to learn how to do 2D animation, maybe, or maybe and try animation on SFM.
Source
Is it?
filmmaker.
Yep. Yeah, but right now I'll just stick with the Miku Miku Dance because that's the one I know, and kind of know where to get like all the
Hmm.
parts and that I need for
Yeah.
whatever video I need.
Yeah. So you made PMVs.
Yeah, kind of, or like PVs. That's what
Uh,
I usually call them.
yeah, because there's.
But just mostly, and I have made like some animations, and I know that I did. I think like one or two original animations that I did, especially the My Little Pony Pinky and the Brain parody that I did with Doctor Who's and Derpy. The Doctor and Derpy, yes, Doctor and Derpy.
Speaking of derpy hooves, for Ben, this is the VA that got us. You played derpy so many times for Brony Entertainment Network, Mizuki.
Yep, yep, I have. Everybody kept saying that my voice sounded a lot like Derpy, so uh, yeah. And then I ended up just being Derpy.
Yeah, you can
Hey
always.
y'all, you want a muffin?
But the question is, what version of derpy are you doing? Like, which voice of it? Because it's changed over the years.
Um, no, I think I just kind of do like my own version of Derpy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Your own take.
yeah, my own take.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, that a lot of people like, and one friend of ours squeeze over.
Okay.
Yeah, you know which friend. And I also do Fluttershy, but I don't think it's all that good. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's actually
I
pretty good Fluttershy.
Yeah, I've done a lot of practice with our friend. that and squeeze over her too.
I heard one person in the comments said they think you can do Sweetie Belle.
Sweetie Belle?
Yeah.
I think I've tried to do Sweetie Belle or Apple Bloom one time, but I didn't think I really quite got it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Cashy does squee over that voice.
yeah, over Fluttershy. Yep, yep.
He's a funny guy. He is.
Yeah, he is. Funny, sweet guy.
Yeah. You've known him for a few years, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been dating for about over 4 years now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yep,
For
our dating anniversary was last month.
happy late congratulations. Belated.
Yep, belated, yeah.
Wow. 4 long years.
Yeah.
I've known Brandon since 2014. I've known that Cashew since 2014.
Oh, wow.
Didn't you meet him in 2015?
16.
Yeah. He's a card.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was 2016 when we first met. Pretty much a week after I went to BronyCon, and he was at TrotCon with a couple of one friend and one not friend.
One random.
Yep, I'm not gonna mention the non-friend. We don't speak of him. He is dead to us.
Yeah, no name dropping.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Don't want to bring up old memories.
yeah, no, no, no. All right. So, yeah, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah, and yeah, hopefully when this pandemic blows over, maybe I might get to move in with him.
Aw.
Maybe we're hoping.
Well, hope everything works out.
Yep, I hope everything works out too.
Yeah, this pandemic needs to end.
Mm.
It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, it's no, yeah. This pandemic's driving everybody crazy.
I know. Like, literally, like earlier this year, like in last summer, I celebrated my 1 year anniversary with my girlfriend Sam.
Aww.
Yeah, we've been with yeah. So it's just like I'm gonna be helping her move soon to her new place. So
Aww.
yeah, well,
Yeah, yeah. No, this year 2020 sucks. It sucks.
well, I did make some good points of it this year. There's still a couple of things that are gonna happen that's good this year. I'm trying to make what's best.
Mostly video game related. That's all I can see.
Yeah,
But
and sorry, go ahead.
yeah, like Animal Crossing. The new Horizons is my first Animal Crossing game I ever played, and I'm sorry for myself that I never played any other games before that. Because it's such a fun game. I'm addicted to it. I can't stop. But I don't know if I should ask for help or not.
Hide your Animal Crossing people. Mizuki's coming over. Hide them all. Mizuki will buy every copy from the store to feed your addiction.
Here, yeah, I am definitely addicted right now. That I even got a plushie of my favorite OC just chilling on my bed right here, or not OC, villager.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's Poppy. I love Poppy. She is adorable and a sweetie.
Aw.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No. I'm trying.
Yeah, so, yeah, let's see. Another video game I'm excited to come out this year, of course, is the new Kingdom Hearts Memory of Melody game. I played the demo. I'm hooked on it. And it's going to kill me until the game comes out because I really want to play more of it.
Yes. That's cool. Did you know what's also cool I heard about? Has Been Hotel is actually finally getting
Yes,
a show.
yes, yes. Has been hotel. Yes, I'm actually wearing an Alistair shirt right now.
I'm so into that show. It's like literally
Oh, it's
awesome.
so good. I love Has Been Hotel. I was so happy when I heard the news that it's going to get its own series.
I actually wasn't a fan dub of it. Actually, I voiced a character for a little fan dub of it with Crimson Shadow VA.
Nice.
It was my first fan dub in that particular fandom, so
Nice.
yeah, I'm in that fandom now.
I think pretty much a lot of people in the Brony fandom have moved on to the Has Been Hotel, I think.
Well, because it's got lovable characters in the show,
It
and
does. I know, and it's great, and I love it. Both Alistair and Angel Dust are awesome, especially in the Honeycast. You ever watched Honeycast?
no, but I'm planning on it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's great. It's just it'll make your day. The Hey, it's basically the voice actor of Alistair and Angel Dust has just kind of chilling out with one of the animators of Has Been Hotel, and and it's great, especially when they like flirt, like quote unquote flirt with her with the
Uh,
"oh Ashley" thing. It's just yeah. Yes, yeah, yeah. I think she's about as bad as our friend there that also gets flustered whenever somebody talks to him in one of his waifu
oh
voices.
my god, I remember you and Cashew when I was recording a video like for my channel with Jeff. You basically you two are doing the puppets of the
Yeah,
that
yeah,
black hat puppets,
yeah. Black cat.
the double
Still
black
have
hat.
the puppet.
I
I
still
still have Black Cat.
that video that and me and Jeff were just randomly playing. I think it was I don't know. I was playing Ponytown and Jeff was playing another game. I think so.
Yeah, I
No,
think he was, and I don't know who brought up Black Cat first. Was it Cashew or me
yes,
that brought it up?
it was Cashew. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just both so happy that we got our Black Cat puppets, the same one that the creator has, which is awesome.
I know that video was like it was so funny. Like
It was funny.
yeah, like memories like that. It's just it's there to die for. It's just when you see memories like that. And yes,
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
that was during the Skype days.
Yep, during the Skype days, now everybody's moved on to Discord.
Mm-hmm. And then people are like, Skype, ew, what's that?
Yeah, yeah.
Skype what came out in 2003 when I was 13 years old. It was brand
Oh,
new.
jeez, is it that old?
Yep.
Oh, jeez, the first time I used Skype, it was back in 2015.
I didn't get Skype until I was like 21. That's why my account says 21.
I think I was 21, going on 22 back then too.
Yeah, when I created Discord, I was 27 on this account.
The reason why I got Skype was so that I can talk to Vin because he wanted to talk to me about MMD. Because after I uploaded my first My Little Pony video that I made, hey, that's when Vin found me, and then we started talking, and he
Mm.
introduced me to a bunch of friends, and to more friends, and to our non-friend, and to you guys and Cashew.
That's the thing with me too. It's just like I got Skype in 2011, and I mainly created for my Xbox friends because talk online with them, and that's what I
Yeah.
created for. But I didn't use it that much until 2013 when I discovered the MLP community.
Yeah.
And my first two friends on there were Little Shy and Storm XF3. So
Nice.
but Storm introduced me to the MLP forums, and then basically from there, no, Little Shy introduced me to Storm, and then Storm introduced me to the MLP forums. So basically, if it weren't for those two, I wouldn't have met any of you. So basically, and then I met Cashew through Storm invited me to another group who had introduced me to another guy I'm not friends with anymore, where I met Cashew in this other group. I met Cashew, Alex, and Songheart, and Flair in another group, and
Mhm.
that's how I met them. And then a couple years later, for Cashew, I met you.
Yep,
So you go through assholes to make friends with good people.
that is true. Yeah.
And trust me, you and I went through a lot of assholes
Mm-hmm.
who we won't bring up because we don't need
Yeah,
to
because
kick a
this is a safe place.
no one need to kick a dead horse while it's down.
Here, exactly.
Yes. I don't want.
Yes,
I don't want.
and
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, you're the guest. You go ahead.
Okay. Speaking of MLP, hey, how I got to it was a very interesting journey.
Okay, this we gotta hear.
Here, okay. So when I did hear about My Little Pony like getting rebooted, and I didn't really pay that much mind to like, oh, okay, so they're rebooting My Little Pony. All right, whatever. And then one day when I was in school, I was walking upstairs to my next class, and when I was about to get on the second floor, I saw this one guy pass over, and he was wearing a My Little Pony shirt, and I was like, "What? Why is he wearing a My Little Pony shirt? Is it?
So,
It did he lose a bet or something? Like what the heck?"
so the cult begins.
Yeah, and then and usually every morning I will like watch TV whenever I get ready for school. I will like watch TV while I'm getting dressed and ready for the school day and all that. And usually I would just like flip channel, see what's on. And lately I've been watching Deltora Quest, which is a kind of an anime that was based off this book
Mm-hmm.
which I'm going to have to look that up someday or rewatch Del Toro Quest because it's been a long time since I watched that. And instead of Del Toro Quest, they play My Little Pony, and I was at the scene where at the first season where Rarity was making those god awful outfits for her friends, and
Mm-hmm.
she was crying in her room, like laying on her bed, going, "I'm pathetic,"
How could this happen to me? I
and I was
made.
and I was just and there was like nothing else on, so I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna watch it just for the heck of it because there's nothing else on. That's then because usually when you're like waking up at 6 in the morning, it's not really much to watch anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched My Little Pony, and slowly I was starting to really like it, and I was questioning myself like, oh, this isn't half bad. Why do I like this? This is a show for 7-year-olds. Why do I like this?
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of been secretly watching My Little Pony for a few 2 weeks or over a month, I think. I don't know. And then the Fine Bros that did the Kids React, Teens React series back in, I think, 2012, 11 or 12. They uploaded a video called Teens React to My Little Pony, and I thought it was kind of weird because My Little Pony's a little kid show. Shouldn't this be on like Kids React or something? And so I watched it, and then I found out, and that's how I found out about the Brony community. And I was like, oh, okay, so there are guys around my age that like to watch the show too, and probably girls and all that. So I'm not alone. So this is okay, and I can enjoy it.
So then you go. You were dragged. You joined the herd.
Yep, I joined the herd. That was when I joined the herd.
What year
This
was
is
that?
um, I think it was 2012, like early 2012.
Oh my
I
gosh.
remember being winter, so yeah, sometime like around February,
I
January,
was
February.
22 then. Oh man.
I would have been 18.
So you joined the MLP community 1 year before I did.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And this is kind of a funny story. I was shopping at Walmart with my dad, and we were looking through the electronics section, and they were playing My Little Pony on there. And then I started telling him about the bronies, about how all these guys around my age, probably like a little bit older, that watch My Little Pony. And he just looked at me and said, no. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, no. And I'm like, yes. Like, no, yes. Yes, Dad, I'm telling you the truth. There are grown guys that would like to watch the show. And he's like, no. And I'm like, yes. And I and then pretty much after that, I keep trying to convince him that there are grown guys that like to watch this show. Oh, and and you want to know how he finally believed me? He listened to the news. He listened to the news over his own daughter.
Wow.
No.
Oh my gosh. That brings me back to when I first joined the fandom and discovered it.
Discovered.
I discovered it, but I didn't join it at first because I wasn't like.
Oh yeah, that was pretty much the same thing. I didn't think I really joined it.
No.
I mean, I was part of it, but not really a part of it.
Okay.
I was kind of like on the side.
Mm-hmm. You want me to tell you that story? How I discovered it?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think I told you how I joined it.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah. Okay, so how I discovered it was the fandom actually started in a small group in 2010 because that's when the first season 1 of that show came out. But it started on little 4chan memes.
Oh, wow.
So back then I was always on 4chan. I was 20 then. So I was on the year before I graduated high school, just started doing YouTube again. I was turning 21 that year, so basically it was just like I was on memes, just looking at random memes and stuff, and then I see these pony memes, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, because I never heard of any other generation of the show. I never even heard of the show. I didn't even think it existed. So basically, like, I just thought, okay, it's kids' cartoon. People are making memes out of it. Whatever. There's a couple of them were funny, yeah, but it had nothing really interest me. Years went on. Then I started noticing people, when I subscribed to people's channels, I see comments section with people with pony OCs. And I'd be like, what is with all these pony names and all of this stuff? Is this some kind of cult? Like, I thought it was like some kind of cult. And I was just like, as the years went on, so then 2013 comes around. And this year, so this is the year it all happened. So basically, this is summer. I'm in the middle of trying to look for a paid job. I'm 23. And, my nephew was born. So Nathan was born. So I became an uncle. And after that same summer, I would watch I watched this one video. When I wasn't a brony, I saw some people that make some MLP animations. People who did it. I thought the videos were funny. But I wasn't a brony, but I still liked the content. Because, I support, but then when I saw people making fun of it, I'd stick up for them. I'd be like, why are you making fun of people that just like a kid's cartoon? I mean, like, maybe they're just reliving their childhood or something like that. I mean, like, it's just a cartoon. It's just a show. If people want to be a fan of a show, big deal. I'm not a brony, but big deal. You just don't make fun of people. So,
yeah, exactly.
I was more considered a non-brony at that time. So basically, and later on, 2013 summer, this is when I talk about the Xbox Call of Duty night. So my mom was having like a work social. She was having a few of her friends from work over. I would try to hang out with some of my friends that night, but they were all busy, so I just decided to play Black Ops 2 at the time, that was back in. People used to make MLP graphics, out of their clan tags. They make pictures and stuff. Yeah. So then I'd see a lot of that, and I'd be like, it's here too. Oh my god. Great Scott! So I was in that call with a few of my friends and a couple of their friends. I didn't know who they were. One of them was Shubi Shy. And so then we were gaming, and then they started bringing up the MLP fandom, and I'm like... I mean, you mean that little meme thing is actually a fandom? And there's a show. I had a feeling there was a show, obviously. Mm-hmm. But then it's just like, because, where would these memes come from? There wasn't a show. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so basically, I'm like, so me, I'm just kind of delirious. I'm just like, can we focus on the game? Stop talking about ponies for 5 minutes. So we're playing the game, shooting some noobs, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like kept going on, and I'm driving. I'm like, you guys are going to drive me to drink. And then basically they tell me, go check it out if you don't believe us. Go prove it. And I'm like, Shubishai says that. So basically, he might not remember this to this day. If you're seeing the Shubishai, hi. So basically, so after that, I go offline for a bit, but I'll tell him I'll be back a little later. So my mom asked me to look for a brownie recipe because she needed help making some desserts that night. So I go online on my computer, and the spell check thing got me. You know, the grammar check can mess you up when you're typing stuff in.
Yeah.
It did that to me. It was so annoying. And it got bronies instead of brownies. And my mind, just my glasses, took off my glasses like this. I'm like, what the fuck? My eyes were just like, what the fuck is this? So basically, I'm like, is this actually a cult, or what is this? So it's like, I know, it's ridiculous. So it's basically like, so then I see the documentary by John Delancey, because it came out that year. So basically, and I recognize him because, you know, when I was a kid, I'd watch like Star Trek and stuff like that, reruns, you know, of Next Generation, because half the seasons came out in the 80s. I wasn't around then. So basically, I liked John Delancey because he was Q. I recognized him. And then I recognized Tara Strong because, you know, she's been in a few cartoons I like Teen Titans, and then I knew Ashley Ball because she did a voice in Dragon Ball Z. So I knew those VAs. So basically, I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, so I watched the documentary and my mind was blown. I'm like, what the fuck? Because no, I know fandoms exist or shows that people like, but the way this fandom started, I'm like, memes? It started on memes. on a 4chan page. So then I'm like, so I come back online with my friends, and I'm like, you guys are right, blah, 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 blah. And they're laughing their butts off. And I'm like, and they're like, what next? Are you going to start watching episodes of it? I'm like, hell no! You ain't going to expect me to watch that shit. So basically, I don't care if anyone else watches. I'm like, feel free. Go ahead. It's a cartoon. Big deal. Have fun. But it's more like, it's just like, so I'm just like, so I'm continue gaming with them. And then at the point where I'm like, so then later on that night, I take another break, and then I go upstairs and I'm helping my mom with her social and stuff. And then I'm like, so my mom would ask me if I want some wine. I never had wine before. So I'm like, sure. So white wine. I like white wine. Mm-hmm. So basically I drank that. I chugged the whole glass. I didn't know how to drink. You're supposed to sip it. So I drank it too fast, and I'm like, like, I wasn't too drunk, but I was middle. So basically I came down there and started playing COD again, drunk. So my friends knew I was drunk because, by the way, I was acting. So they were taking advantage of that. And they're laughing their butts off. And I think Shubishai said something. So when I was drunk, this is what I said. I'm gonna watch a whole season of that MLP show just to shut you guys up. Oh, God. And they're all like, bullshit. And the next day, I wake up, and I get a text from Shubishai, right? So he's like, I heard, well, how was your binge watching last night of the cartoon? I'm like, what cartoon? Because you know, you're getting sober, right? You don't remember much. I'm like, go check your YouTube history. So I check out my YouTube history, and I got the entire season of MLP in one night. And apparently the episode I started off with was not, it was best night ever. That was the only one I remembered. Because that was when Fluttershy comes up to the door. She's like, "You will love me." I laughed so hard at that episode. And it was just basically, then I'm like, my mind was blown. I'm like, what the fuck? And then Shubishai said, text, "Welcome to the herd." He was a brony the whole time and try to recruit me while I was drunk.
So you became a brony while you helped from becoming drunk.
Yes. And playing COD at the same time, yes. So then it didn't sink in at first, right? Because, you know, I just like, okay, I was drunk. I watched the show. Big deal. So then what I did, I deleted all the videos, blah, 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 off my history. Because, why once I watched a video, I just deleted off my, my YouTube history. So basically I did that. And so, but then it's still bothering me. Because, curiosity, gets the cat, because,
Mm-hmm.
but then I'm like, now I'm thinking, what is this fandom like? Okay, I've watched the show, but why are people so liking it so much? I'm like, there's only one way to find out. October comes around. So it drives me to the point to where I'm like, okay, it's it. I got to start making friends. So a little shy back then. He used to add people from his YouTube to his Skype back then. So
Yep.
I sent him a friend's request, and I was nervous as hell because I'm some random guy, but I liked a few of his Pony in Real Life videos, and I liked his Synonym of Sin videos and shit. So I was already kind of a fan of him to begin with. So
Yeah.
basically, because I watched for his Cinnamon Sin videos, and I text him a nice message, telling him, it's your choice if you want to add me or not, and blah 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 blah. It's okay, and blah blah. Told him I'm not some weirdo, blah 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 blah. Then he actually added me, and I'm like,
Hmm.
okay.
Okay.
The first question I got from him is, "What's your favorite pony?" And I'm new in this fandom, so the only one I could think of was Rainbow Dash at that time. So basically, and he's like, common. So yeah, then we became friends, texting, and then I said, dude, you make some good pony videos in real life. Do you know anyone else who does that? And he's like, yeah, my buddy XF3 does that stuff too. So he linked me his channel, and then Storm also used to add people back then too. So basically, that's how I became friends with. So at the time, Storm was working on the Nightmare Night video. So I did the same thing, sent him a message, and he added me on Halloween of that year.
Nice.
So we texted, and he said, "What's up, scumbag?" and blah, 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 blah. So then a day after my 24th birthday, that's when we get our first Skype call. No, Lil Shy's my first brony friend, but Storm's the actual first one to talk to me in a call. So I've known him since 2013. I've known those two since 2013. So
Nice.
yeah, so then the first thing I do is he trolls me miserably. He has a voice changer on because nobody knew what he looked like in his videos. But then I'm like, I did because there was a few videos. He's just the guy that gets his ass kicked by ponies. So basically, I thought I was he had a girl voice on. I thought I was either talking to his sister, his girlfriend, or his mother. I thought I was talking to somebody. I thought I got trolled. So then I'm like, then it hit me too. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a voice changer, isn't it? And he's like, yes. And that's how we became friends. He trolled me, but I got along with him, and that's how we became friends. And then he introduced me to the MLP forums, and then the story's all there.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how I joined the fandom. I basically got drunk. Oh yeah, I met Shubi Shy a couple. That's the end of that year in 2014. Again, I added him on Skype. I was like, wait a minute, your name sounds very familiar. Did you play Call of Duty? Because he remembers on that certain night. I'm like, yeah. Do you remember a Demon Master 500? He's like, yeah. He's like, wait a minute, you were that guy that got drunk, right? He's like, yeah. Oh yeah, you were the guy I got into the fandom. Hi. I'm like, you son of a you took advantage of me while I'm drunk. He's like, why aren't you happy though? I'm like, well, you did. Well, I mean, yeah. So yeah, but I've like to all the people who kind of helped me in this fandom. I really thank you guys for that. That's really nice. So, so yeah, Mizuki, it looks like you and I both have crazy stories.
Yeah, and I think what really got me like pulled more into the fan was like watching other people's animation, which I think everybody who's made an animation in MLP has done an amazing job and have great talent.
Oh yeah.
One, yeah, and I do remember like sharing one video with my cousins and my aunts, not the younger kids because there are a bunch of swear words in it, and that's the Winters effed up by James animated James.
Mhm. I remember animator James. He'd made some good
Yeah,
stuff.
that video was so relatable that I just had to show it to my my family members, and I think that's when they knew that I was a brony Tony too. When after showing them that, and talking about like MLP and I do remember at a family reunion after BronyCon, I did wear this Rainbow Dash hat that I got at the convention, and I think a couple of my family members were kind of giving me like weird looks, but then they're like, oh okay, and just did their own thing.
Yeah, they're like whatever.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah,
Just like typical Mizuki. Hey, well, that's not now. That's not my real name, but
that's what she likes going by.
yeah. To all the people out there, I'm not Asian. I'm just a weeb, and just to point that out.
Yeah, when I first met you, I thought that was your real name.
Nope, it's not. I've had that name since high school with my other weeb friend.
So you're a huge anime fan.
Yes, I am.
So do I.
I'm a huge fan. I
I like
love anime. I've been
anime's
a fan since I was a child.
anime is all has been always awesome for me. Like I've got into it when I was a kid too. The first one I think I watched was Gundam Wing.
For me, what got me introduced to anime was Pokemon and then Sailor Moon.
Original Sailor Moon.
Yep,
My brother liked that show back then in the 90s.
yep.
We
I remember when I first saw like Sailor Moon. I saw it was the cover her of Sailor Moon in the first movie that was made, the first Sailor Moon movie, Sailor Moon R, I think. Sailor Moon R. I think that was it. It and this was back when video stores used to be a thing back
Oh
then.
man, video stores. Now we're talking about some good memories here.
Uh-huh. I love going to the video store whenever my mom took me and my brother.
Which one?
Her,
What would you go to? What franchise?
Mr. Movies. That's the one that my family would go to.
Okay, cool.
Might not be common in Canada. I know it was common like where I live,
Uh,
and I think
uh,
outside of it
and
too.
we had a Mr. Movies.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple locations. But the ones I mainly went to was Rogers and Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, and I think we tried to go to Blockbusters after Mr. Movies got shut down.
Mm.
And then we went to Movie Galaxy, which used to be by Walmart, and it's not there anymore. It's now a Chinese buffet restaurant.
Yeah, and you know what's awesome about those movie rental places? You can rent. Sometimes you can rent video game consoles there too when they first
Yep,
come out.
yep.
And you can rent brand new video games, so you could test them and play them before you buy them. So I miss those old days where you could just rent a game, and you could just play it and see first, and then if you want to keep it, you could buy it. Nowadays, if you want to see a game, you best like have to watch it like a review by some another Let's Player play it
Or play the demo of it.
or play the demo. Yes, but
Yep, like I did
but
with the new Kingdom Hearts game,
but
and I'm getting it. I've already pre-ordered it.
I know, and then people are gonna be like, "What are video stores? What are these boomers talking about?"
Oh my god.
I
And
go ahead.
I mean, they did have a video store like a couple years ago, but they got rid of it. And I know there's one Blockbuster left in the United States, just one, and that's it.
Yeah, and I'm shocked to hear about that. I
Yeah,
mean,
and yeah, I know. And
I I know why Blockbuster went out of business
because of
because
Netflix.
no, because they didn't take the deal with Netflix. Netflix was
Uh,
offering them a deal, like
oh,
they were gonna partner with them. But it was Blockbuster wanted to do its own video streaming website
yeah.
because Netflix was.
No, not a streaming website. They were trying to do the same thing that Netflix did before they started streaming.
Oh yeah.
Because Netflix, you get an account and order whatever movie you want, and we'll have it mailed to you. Because that's what we did when we first got Netflix. We had it mailed to us, and it took a while for us to get our DVDs, and I've rented so many
Yeah.
anime DVDs
Oh
when we
man,
had
that was
Netflix
old
back
school.
then.
That was old school Netflix.
Old school Netflix. I rented a lot of Inuyasha, and let's see. I also got introduced to Princess Tutu, Full Moon Saga Shite, and let's see what other fun animes. Kamichu,
Wow.
and
This would be a
Fruit.
very.
Oh yeah, Fruits Basket. Definitely Fruits Basket.
I remember Inuyasha. I watched the entire series.
I almost watched it when I was 8 years old, cause me 8 years old sees a cartoon because that's what I thought anime was back then. They were just like certain style cartoons that I
Mm.
liked enjoyed. I almost watched it when I was 8. It was the third
Inuyasha.
episode. I was at the part where the hair demon lady was pulling her threads of hair and then pulled up Inuyasha's hair that was attached to it. And that was it because then me and my mom had to go somewhere and when we got back and I was hoping to watch it next week, I'm like, oh wait, what was the channel again? What time was it? I don't remember.
That show came out in '05. Inuyasha. I remember first seeing it on YTV in '05. Back when Y,
um
back when
you sure
YTV, back when YTV
you
used
sure
to
it
actually
was
play it.
'05? Because I was 8 years old when I watching. I would have that was like around 20 like 2001 to
I think
2002
I think they
around there.
I think the English dub came out in '05. The Japanese would.
Nope. It was nope. When I saw it first, it was in English. So I think it was like in the early 2000s when they.
Well, I know it was still going on making new episodes in '05.
And they're still and they're making a spin-off series, a sequel, whole with Inuyasha and Sesshomaru's kids, and it's so good. I loves it.
I did not know that.
You did not know about Yashahime?
No, I did not know the spinoff.
Well, now you know. There's 3 episodes. They are amazing. And it's killing me that I have to wait for the fourth one to come out
Gosh,
next week. It's
gosh,
probably going to kill me in the week after that, week
gosh
after that.
dang it, gosh dang it, Mizuki! All this new anime's coming out. No one tells me about it.
Oh, that's why you gotta be like subscribed to like some anime YouTube channels like Crunchyroll or Viz Media or and some other anime YouTube channels.
If we did a whole video based on anime, how much anime we like, it would take all night.
Yes, it would. It would.
And then people, it would have to be either live stream because it would be like,
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, back in my day. The first animated movie I saw was Akira.
Hey, oh, I've heard of Akira. That is a very gruesome anime. I've seen clips of it. Never watched the movie, but I've seen clips.
It's a very good anime, actually, movie. That came out in 1980, what was it, 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah. From the style of it, I think it was sometime in the late '80s, early
Yeah.
'90s.
No, it came out, yeah. Oh, shoot. The
Oh,
movie actually came out in '87,
hmm.
before I was born.
Okay. Okay. And speaking
There's
of
dark
speaking of
anime.
anime, what was have you ever watched any of the Ghibli movies?
No.
Studio Ghibli.
No.
You never watched any of the Studio Ghibli movies? What is wrong with you?
Studio Ghibli?
Yeah, like Kiki's Delivery Service, Princess Mononoke, Castle in the Sky,
That
Howl's Moving Castle.
Castle in the Sky, that one sounds very familiar. I might have seen that one. I might have seen
Hey,
that. Might have.
Spirited Away.
Yeah, saw that. Saw that.
Okay. I was gonna say that you're a dude that watches anime and you've not seen any of the Studio Ghibli movies. Pretty much me and other anime fans will probably come after you, come in front of your door to make you sit and watch it.
I'm like, well, if you want to introduce me to some good anime, go for it. I wouldn't mind.
It's Studio Ghibli. They're all so good. I love every single one of them. My first one was Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm still mad that they edit out some of the stuff in the English dub, though. They were trying to quote unquote fix it, even though it was perfect as is. They didn't need to fix it.
Yeah.
You know, they did when they did the like the English dub of it. They did add some stuff to it, but to me, they made it better. Even so, I don't know why they fixed it because everybody loved it as is, but when they released it again in 2010, they cut out a whole bunch of stuff to make it seem similar to the original Japanese sub version. And but it's just no. That's why I had to buy the 2003 DVD release so I can get all the dialogue that I know and love from my childhood. And,
Actually, I watched the Japanese sub basically because I like seeing the original way because the Japanese sub version of the anime has stuff in it that they cut out for the English version.
yeah,
You would be surprised.
yeah.
Um,
I
also,
think they used to do that back then, but I don't think they do that anymore now, do
yeah,
they?
yeah, not much now. No, I've watched all. I've read manga too. I'm in. I've seen the entire Naruto series and read the manga, and all of Bleach. Read the manga. The reason why that cartoon canceled, they ended it before the final season could come out,
Boy.
and it's just like.
Yeah, I would know. I never finished watching Bleach or Naruto. Actually,
Mm,
Naruto Shippuden. I I think it's because of all the filler episodes that
mm,
they kept adding in those two.
yeah, and in Bleach, the reason why they put the show cancel it because it actually caught up to the manga
Oh wow! All right.
because there's supposed to be a lot of manga
Yeah,
before they
the
make.
manga first and then the
Mm-hmm.
anime. Yeah, I know.
I heard a rumor that they're trying to reboot this series though.
Like completely reboot it or just bring the show back like they're doing with the Animaniacs.
I don't know, but I'm like, why would you want to reboot it? I mean, yeah, because there was. I heard they're gonna reboot it because there was a lot of fillers in the version that they're gonna fix that. So
Uh, yeah, actually I kind of understand they want to reboot it, like what they did with Fruits Basket. The anime I think came out in the mid 2000s, and then they rebooted it last year.
mm,
So that I wouldn't mind because it was such a good show. Plus, there was some stuff in the manga that wasn't in the anime that was like completely left out, or they didn't make any episodes of it whatsoever,
mm-hmm.
which got me mad because there's this one anime called Ghost Hunt, and it's really good. I love it. I got my boy Cashew to get into it earlier this year, and I had to read the manga to find out more about the anime, like because there was like so many questions like filling up in my head, what's with this different version of Naru, and are they going to keep like making hunt ghosts and all that, like that's the deal here. So I had to read the manga in order to find out
Mm-hmm.
how I know why they did that back then, so people can read the manga after the anime is finished. But I don't think a lot of people like that very much,
No.
which is probably why they rebooted Fruits Basket, and they might do the same thing with Oran High School Host Club and hopefully Ghost Hunt. I will love it if they rebooted Ghost Hunt. It's such a good anime, and it deserves more episodes. It deserves a lot more episodes.
I get the feeling you're gonna get me into other anime that I've not seen yet.
Probably.
Yes, an anime that I like is Tokyo Ghoul.
Okay, I read the first volume of the manga. I need to read the second one that I have, and probably when I get the chance to watch the anime. I not watch the anime.
Then another one I like. I know I like. Obviously, I like Helsing. Obviously, Ultimate.
Yep,
That
yep. Helsing and Helsing Ultimate. Those are two good ones.
gory,
Mm,
but good. Although I don't mind a little. I was more into the.
mm.
I was always kind of more into the sci-fi type, like horror action anime.
And to me, it doesn't really matter. I can go for like something that's like super cute or super like actiony or super
Dark,
like creepy. Hey, pretty
dark.
much anything that's pretty good anime, I'll watch.
Well, I discovered a different one that I've never seen or heard of before. It's a very short one. I only made like 5 movies out of it, called Cyber.
Hmm.
It's okay, gory, but okay. It's actually a cybernetic type anime.
Hmm.
It's pretty interesting. Cyber.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, and I do have one anime that everybody can probably shut up now. How if I ever mention this, Code Geass. I finally watched Code Geass. Actually,
You finally did?
I'm still short on like 5 episodes, but other than that, yeah, I finally watched it. Yeah, and now everybody can stop looking at me. He shut up and look at me like, "What? You never saw Code Geass?"
Well, there was a couple animes you probably have and I haven't seen, so
Let's see. Soul Eater.
seen it.
Okay. Let's see. What other animes? Gotta.
Mizuki's going to her entire collection.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm kind of looking through my manga. I'm pretty sure I have some manga that have turned to an anime, but from the looks of it, I don't think I do. There are some manga I would love to see become an anime, though.
I wonder if Mizuki's ever watched the anime called Berserk.
Nope, but I've heard of it.
It's probably something.
I do know what happens at the end, though, which I'm not going to spoil it for the other people who have not seen it.
I heard they brought it back though, new episodes.
Yeah, they did. From what I heard, yeah, they did.
Yeah, I haven't watched the new ones though. I've only watched the original.
Mm.
Um, it's a continuation. The new ones are so. So I'm not 100% done that anime. Just like I'm not 100% done Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I kind of stopped watching Attack on Titan. Oh, there goes my phone.
I also watched what's it called? Sword Art Online.
Yep, watched it.
Which
And watched the second one.
second one was Gun Gale Online.
And then I watched the third one. I think there's another one after the third
The
one.
fourth.
I have not watched that.
I have not, I've watched season 1, season 2. Not haven't gotten to season 3 yet. I liked Gun Gale Online. That was a good one. It was different.
Yep. Hold on, I'm going through my anime list account.
I watched an anime called Wolf's Rain a long time ago. That was an interesting one. Death Note, watch that.
Yep, Death Note. I'm pretty sure everybody back then watched it.
That one came out in 05. Definitely, Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
I was in high school when that one came out. And then they did the movie for it.
Yeah, I was 11, so like 11 going on 12, so I would have been either in 5th grade or 6th grade when that came out.
Yeah, I was in grade 9 when that came out. I was 15. So it's just like oh, did you see like they made a real life act of it, real life movie of Death Note?
Oh yeah, they did. I did watch that.
Yeah. Mizuki's looking for anime list.
Yep. And for some reason, the app is not working.
Well, Mizuki, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, if you run out of things to say, we can wrap the interview up here if you want.
All right.
Okay. Or do you want to tell me about some of your anime first before we do that?
It might
Take a while.
Yeah.
Okay. If we're running out of things to say, yeah, we don't want that to be dead air between the both of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this interview. Mizuki, thanks for coming to the interview.
Yep. No problem.
And I will link her channel out in the description of this video below when it comes out. So till then, everyone, till next time, this was Jonathon Moline, and that was Mizuki. Stay frosty, my friends, and I will see you in the next interview. Bye-bye. Bye.